Good day, good day, good day, Gambia. We can't stop talking, and we need to keep talking and also improve the discourse. But in the process, there are a few questions the citizenry of this country need to ask themselves. What do we want collectively as a people? Freedom comes with a price, and it's called responsibility. Because peace is just not the absence of war, but the presence of law and order, the presence of good governance. In recent days, we have seen the breakdown of law and order, and there's two parts to it. One is the responsibility of the government, and the other part is the responsibility of the polity. Because it's the government's role to enforce law and order and uphold law and order. But it's the responsibility of the citizenry to maintain peace. In such a fragile situation that Gambia finds itself, anarchy and chaos is taking root. And I believe it's because of ignorance, I believe it's because of indifference, and I believe it's because of lack of awareness of the citizenry. We saw what happened, the Brickhammer, and the images coming out of the police station at Brickhammer shows one thing that is very glaring in the new Gambia: disregard for law and order. Gambians have utter disregard for uniform, especially civil uniform, police, not even the army, the police. We coming from difficult times, we all are aware of that. But it should be the collective responsibility of all to make sure we build a prosperous nation. It's just not only the responsibility of government, it's the responsibility of the citizenry collectively. Hence, my question, what do we want collectively as a people? See, you look at traffic in Gambia, you see total disregard for law and order. Where no stopping signs are posted, people stop. People will get off the road and drive on the sidewalks and force pedestrians to get off the sidewalks. It's appalling and it's a shame. But this problem can be fixed two parts. First, men in uniform, especially the police, respect the very uniform they wear by not taking bribes and by not being seen as people who are not maintaining and enforcing the very laws they put out there in the streets to maintain and protect. See, corruption is a two-way stream, the receiver and the giver. And if our policemen are induced by the very citizenry that they should protect, they should be tough enough not to take it. Therefore, men in uniform have really downgraded the very uniform they are wearing by willfully participating in breaking the very laws that they should enforce. Hence, the lack of regard showed to them by the population. I know growing up, the last thing an individual will do is to walk into a police station with stones and ready not only to vandalize, but aggressively put bodily harm onto police officers. This is unbecoming of the Gambian of old. Therefore, it shows a breakdown of system, a breakdown of law and order, disregard for law and order, and disregard for uniform men. But like I said, it's a two-way stream. We, the citizenry, are equally responsible for the breakdown of law and order. Because you look at our streets, when we drive, how people ply the roads. No regard. People don't care about traffic signs. People don't care about the other people they're using the roads with. Then the question that begs an answer: are we ready to develop our nation? Are we ready to be counted as a developing and prosperous nation? For now, the answer is no. But if we want to change the narrative, we need to change the Gambian mindset. The Gambian mindset as is indifferent to prosperity. The Gambian mindset as is indifferent to a vibrant, cohesive society, because we're chaotic, and chaos is becoming the order of the day. We have laws in the book to protect the citizenry. We have enforcers of the law to be the eyes of the people. And we have the courts to be the arbiters of right and wrong. So, yes, the instruments are in place. And the enforcement of these instruments have led us to a very, very destructive path that's not going to help what we want to do collectively as a people. We tout and shout democracy on a day-to-day basis. We, as a people, are not ready to live in a democratic society. Because in a democratic society, we respect the rights of all and equally protect the rights of all. And this freedom we have, for crying out loud, comes with responsibilities. And these responsibilities must be upheld by the very citizenry who are crying and yelling for freedom. When Chinua Achebe said things fall apart, he was quite right. And in the case of Gambia, things have fallen apart in the area of law and justice and the dispensation of law and order. Because the very people that should be protected are the very violators who are grossly violating the laws. But where are the enforcers of these laws? What are the policemen doing and women doing? I think the government need to deal with the people at Brikama. The footage is out there. The government needs to show better examples that we, the people, need to respect the very laws we put to make sure that we have a cohesive society. Enough is enough. We want to live in a country of laws. We want to be part of a civilized nation, and a civilized nation cannot condone primitive behavior where people walk into a police station with stones and ready to vandalize properties that belong to the public good. The Inspector General of Police, I expect you to go after those people who vandalize the public asset we call a police station. I don't care how angry they are. We have instruments to redress their issues and problems. Two wrongs don't make a right. But we should not condone anarchy and chaos in this country to take root. And that is solely the responsibility of the Inspector General of Police, because civil order is the responsibility of the Inspector General of Police. We're talking about our country is not safe and secure because the people mandated to make sure we have law and order either are disregarding law and order or are loosely enforcing the very laws that are put in our books to make sure that we have a cohesive society where peace and stability thrives. On that note, I am encouraging all Gambians to be law-abiding. On that note, I am imploring on the Inspector General of Police maybe to do sensitization programs to increase the level of awareness of the average Gambian to understand what law and order is, what their rights are, and what's the cost for violating the very rights that you are guaranteed. See, one's rights stops where someone else's right starts. Therefore, we need to respect how we live collectively and how we go about our businesses. Gambia, Gambians, we are failing ourselves. And we are failing ourselves because we have agreed not to live as civilized people. We have chosen a path that's destructive. That's not good in the interest of the greater good. And we can't continue living like that because we want to build a nation. And people who want to build a nation first put a foundation of law, peace, and security. But we, the people, who own the country called the Gambia, are now becoming the enemies of the very country we're trying to build by destabilizing it and by showing disregard to the laws we have put in the books to protect all of us. We don't want vigilantism to take root in this country. We don't want mob justice, and we don't want anarchy. Therefore, let's take care of our Gambia. Let's promote the spirit of brotherhood, respect, and security for all. Anarchy has no place in the Gambia, and all must condemn what we've seen at the Brikama police station. But equally, men in uniform need to show respect to themselves for the very polity they're supposed to guard, so that we can equally show respect to them. On our traffic, on our daily issues dealing with the police, the relationship is not respectful at all, and mostly from the citizenry to the police, but it's the fault of the police because they have created a culture where the uniform has been disrespected by the very transactions they engage in with people who break the law. Change must start with changing the culture of policing and the perception of what a police officer is. Then we, the people, must follow suit and change. Too bad, my fellow citizens. Let's do best. Let's do better. Let's change the mindset, the Gambian psyche. Let's build a nation. On the note, this was D-Steak coming your way, talking about the incident at the Brikama police station and how anarchy is becoming an accepted norm in this country. And we are not, and we will not, and it must stop. But the police must own up to their responsibilities to protect and serve. And in protecting and serving, you don't do off-book transactions we call bribery. Let's change that if we want to change the Gambia. Thank you so much. Till I come your way.